Hey everybody, it's Julie. I have some fabric and lace tag topper or embellishment ideas for your last minute tags and embellishments for your journals. So I have my 9-piece cluster page cut out, and so we are going to go ahead and start with this one, and I want to go ahead and cut this. Now I went ahead, I did small clusters on my 12 by 12 page so that I could come back and use these for a variety of things for my journal. And I have, from my Temu haul, I had this small package, and it looks like this is going to fit in here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go with the ribbed side as the bottom. Okay, so that's going to be the bottom, and I'm going to cut across here, and that's going to give me a little pocket to add this to. Okay, so we'll have a little pocket. And then from my sticker collection over here that I have left, I'm going to grab something purple to go along with. Do we do a butterfly? Oh, you know what? Are those? Yeah, they are. Some of the things are on these stickers, I've told you before, are not actually cut out. But I'm going to go ahead and add this right down here, just for something to give it a little something different. So we are going to do an antique ribbon technique, and I'm going to go ahead and add 2 holes to the top of, to the top of this one. I have a piece of fabric that I've cut off the scrap. Okay, so this is the scrap fabric that I have, and I cut a piece from the side over here. It is, let's tell you, it's 5 and 1/4 inches long. We're going to use a needle. You know those needles that you have left, the upholstery needles and stuff, and you're like, what would I ever do with that? Well, this is one of the things I do with them. I'm going to go ahead and thread that, and I am going to go through the right hole, the right hand side hole, and I'm going to come through and till my ribbon is just inside, ribbon or fabric or lace is just inside there. Then I'm going to flip this, okay? So flip this over and come to the other side, okay? So flipping it over, coming to the other side. Okay, so this is what I have on the back, okay? I'm going to come back around. I'm going to pull this down so it's out of my way, and I'm going to pull my ribbon through, my fabric, my lace, whatever it is I have, I'm going to pull it through. Okay, so I have a finished center part there. I'm going to come back in, and I'm going to turn this over again so that when it comes through here, it is coming through with the right side, okay? And that's going to give me a tie, okay? So we call that one the tie. Okay, and that gives me a top, okay? I've already made all of my embellishments, so these are extra, but I do have to put this in somewhere. So So I'm going to take that, and it's ready to go into the journal. I'll just use some double-sided tape and be able to put that in somewhere where I need something. I did also have, I almost forgot. I have okay. Too big, too big. Not gonna work. And if this was further over, I think the hope would work. You know what? We'll put hope down here. Sorry about that. Yeah, we'll put hope down there. Okay, hope. There we go. Okay, so we have a little tiny piece left. And so we have a variety of things that need something still done to them. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn this cluster into the tag topper. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and go around that cluster. So now we've got that and that. Okay, so this can get glued on. Remember, we did these earlier in the challenge. So we took, and you had to put 9 clusters on one page. Okay. And I think we'll just go ahead, and this time we'll just use the fabric like it's washi. Okay, now you could put double-sided tape on this. But we're going to go ahead, and the fabric tack is out and it is working so far today. It is working, yay. I'm going to lift this leaf up and put that under there. Okay, so using your fabric as like it's washi, and that gives us a tag topper, and I think that that gives a nice finish to that tag. There you go. And we used another cluster. Yay! Okay, so this time our cluster is on the side. So let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and we need to move that green. Okay, so we have, which side is longer? This side. So we're gonna cut from this side this time. Okay, we'll take the fray off. So we're just trying to use up what's left of of our fabric. Remember, we used this fabric on the cover of one of the journal. Oh, it sounds like it's raining. Hold on. Okay, so we've threaded the needle again, and we're going to go start off going through with our right side to the outside, just like that. Okay, and just like we did before, we're going to go ahead and leave it down there. Now, one of the ways you can do this is you can just pull it through and have it just like that. They call that the in and out. Let me see. What do we think? I don't think I want to do the in and out on this one. So I'm going to pull this through a little more. Okay, pulling it through. And I am going to flip this around, giving us a loop up here. Okay, so that gives us a loop. We need to pull a little more. Pull our loop down. Okay, then we're gonna pull this to the side like we did before and pull our ribbon or fabric through here, back through our hole. Okay, right side up. Then we're gonna come over and we're gonna pull our fabric through the other side. I'm probably gonna wish I had a longer fabric. Okay, you want it to be straight up, straight up. And got your tail down here. We're going to come through again, through our hole. Yeah, you want a longer thread than this, but we will get it done. Okay. Okay, so you can look up, I've taught this before, call it antique ribbon techniques, antique ribbon techniques. Okay, so this time you have a loop on one side and you have two pieces over here. Now you could go ahead and cut your loop into two pieces on that side as well. But we're going to go ahead, and that is the, I'm going to call it the loop. I don't remember what we called it before. I'm going to call it the loop. Okay, so there. And that will go from this side. I think that will be really nice. I'm not liking I think we need to round the corners on this now that we're actually turning it into something. I'm going to go with the medium size. So the 7 on my little hole punch here. Okay. There we go. Okay, so that gives me another card that I'll be able to use, possibly in a double tuck, or even just from the side of a pocket or something. Okay, so that one was the knot. You saw the tie. I also showed you, I think I just put my needle on the floor. Oops, don't step on it. Okay, so next we are going to take a piece of ribbon or lace. I'm sorry, a piece of lace. It is cut at 10 and an 1/8. Yeah, it's at 10 and an 1/8. And we are going to do another. Okay, and this time I'm going to take one of these and put it behind it. And we are going to grab this one here. Okay, so let's cut this one down. Okay, so we have this. We're going to have this piece behind it. Okay, so that, with that piece behind it. And after I cut the holes, I'm going to put a piece of glue in between the two holes. Okay, so we're going to do 2 holes again. And if your ribbon's smaller, you can do smaller holes. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit closer this time. Closer together. I'm going to add some, you know what, let's use this because it'll dry faster. Okay. So there we go. Just, okay. And you know what, I really do think that that needle went on the floor. Okay, so this time we're going to do lace, and we'll put it right through here. Okay, and this time we're going to go ahead and come in and pull it through. So we're going to start off like we did for the loop, okay? But we're going to have our edge over to the edge like this, and we're going to come through the other side. Through the other side, we're going to go ahead and make our loop and come back through the hole. You be real careful that you don't catch some of your lace or ribbon or fabric when you're doing this, because we want to make sure that we have a loop, because then it makes it hard to set up for the right size. Okay, so we're gonna have our loop on one side, okay, and our tail on the other. Now we're gonna come back over here, and okay, so we came out the right. Now see there, we have like we had the loop. And now, but we're going to do it different. We're going to go back through this hole. Okay, so back through this hole. And now we have a loop on this side. We're going to come over here. So you've done a loop and a loop, loop-de-loo. And now you're going to go ahead and fill up the center. So come across, back in down the right hand side. Okay, so you've got a loop on each side, and then you're going to come back out at the bottom, okay, of this one. Okay, and that's going to give you a bow. Okay, antique ribbon. We're calling them ribbon closures, or I just call them antique ribbon technique. I have a stack of cards from the early 1900s, and they had these on some of the cards, the actual cards. So there, and we also have it holding that together. Now we did glue it so that it would stay, and isn't that cool? I don't know if we have another packaging. We do. And this will fit. Okay. I don't know if we can get this. Yeah, we're going to leave it. Okay, it's going to be behind it anyway. Okay, I'm going to cut it across the top here. Now, if I don't need the package for a pocket, then I can just use this somewhere in the journal. But there you go with the beautiful bow, and we've used another one of these, and I think we'll go ahead and let's add a beautiful butterfly right here to the edge. Okay, there you go. Okay, so we did the tie. I showed you the in and out I showed you the loop and the bow. So another one that, oh, this might be a good in and out right here. You know what? Let's do that. Okay, so, and I'm going to use the smaller hole, the smaller hoe. Okay, and we'll go right there. Okay, and we'll use the fabric again. Take the fray off. You know what? Yeah, let's use this because it's like just the right size. So in and out, literally, you go in and out. And you guys, I cannot tell you how many cards had this on them. Just the ribbon just going in and out, just like that. That's all. Just in and out. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue on the back. I don't think they did, but, and they were just fine. They, you know, here it was 100 years later on a couple of the cards. And they were just fine. Okay, there we go. Got to get that bubble. See the bubble? Are you a bubble watcher? I'm a bubble watcher. Oh, come on. There we go. I just need a little tiny bit. Okay, so in and out, just like that, in and out. And let's add a little butterfly. Sure. So, how is everybody this Tuesday? It's the last day that all the spring and Easter are on sale in the digitals, are on sale in the Etsy shop. So do check that out. Spring and Easter. And I showed you a bunch of the spring kits. There we go. And we have our big sale. I'm calling it the 5th Friday sale. And so there we go. I like that very much. Okay, so that gives us that card. So we've done the in and out, a bow, the loop, just put it on there, and the tie. Okay, so there is one more. It is a very simple one. And so let's see, which one would that look better? I think we'll do it on this one. Okay. And so we're going to use the smaller hole again. And I'm going to punch a hole here. And I'm going to punch a hole here. Okay. And we'll use fabric this time. Okay, so antique ribbon techniques. Okay, careful because we're using the smaller hole. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. I want to go underneath my flower, and then I'm going to come up. I'm going to turn this over. No, I'm not going to turn it over because I'm coming straight through. So, oh, bummer. Oh, well, I can fix that. Okay, so let's just pull this out like this. So any of those that you do on the edge like that, you can also do on a corner. And that's what we're doing here. We'll just add some glue. Sure we will. Come on. Even gobbledygook would be good. Okay, we'll just close that off. Okay, so this is an in and out corner. I'm going to glue this down. Maybe. Okay. That is an in and out corner. Just looking for a little, like a tiny butterfly. There's a little one. I have to cut it. It's not purple. Purple flower? Yeah. Yeah, we'll put a little purple flower up there in the corner of the corner in and out. So that was another one, and oh my gosh, I saw that on a lot of them. Okay, we're gonna, I didn't round the corner. I'm gonna go ahead and round the corner if it'll let me. There we go. So I'm using the smaller corner this time. Okay, so that is the variety that I have been shown. Now we're going to go ahead and you can do things like, oh, we've got a piece of this great lace still. So if we go ahead and, you know, just adding fabric to the top edge like that, and then with a lace, kind of an obvious thing that we've done. Okay, there. I am gonna round the corners on the bottom. It just makes it easier to put this into whatever it's meant to go into. And you know what, let's go ahead and turn this into a tag. So you don't have to have a tag punch. You can just go ahead, trim a corner, come over and flip it over and trim the other side, and you can have a corner or a tag like that. Okay, so I have one more here. I have one more. I don't know where it's at right now. Let's see. We kind of give this like a file top, the same idea that we just did with the, do we have another piece of fabric? It's like, what do we got here? What do we got? Oh, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and cut this piece in half. Oh, wow, look at. I'm going to just cut this. Okay, and then by connecting it with the cluster so that it looks like it all is meant to be together, collage. So I'm going to add this piece on the top. That'll give me another. Okay, and then we did already cut that. And since this is over on the left, I'm going to go ahead and start this off the fabric on the left. Okay. Okay. So that gives you some fabric or ribbon or lace. I used fabric and lace this time, but we did the in and out, and we have a card. We did just the simple adding fabric with lace on top so that we could finish these two. Okay, so the in and out. Here we have the tie, okay, and then we've turned this card into, it's going to have its own little pocket. This we use the fabric scrap and just used it like it was washi, and we added our cluster there to the top. Okay, then we have the loop. Okay, we have a small loop because I had a small piece of fabric, but we have the loop and we have its tails down there. Here we have the bow, and this one is the in and out. Okay, so a variety of antique ribbon techniques. Haven't used those in a while, so wanted to bring that back. There is an antique ribbon technique video in the description box down below. I hope you'll go check that out right after this video. When you go watch another video after one that you liked, it really does help the channel of the video that you were watching. YouTube really, really, really likes that because it means you kept them on YouTube for continued watching. So thank you so much for being here. Don't forget, the digitals are on sale today. The VIP is tomorrow at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. The invitations are out. They are in the February group. You've been tagged. And the VIP is at 1 o'clock. Also, if you are a Diamond or Emerald Patreon, I posted your sneak peek yesterday. So check that out. It is in the Patreon. It's on the new channel. And let's see. Oh, VIPs. If you are still waiting to get into the green room, don't worry. They're still decorating. So you might still be in the green room waiting to get into the party. And that should be happening very soon. Find something to celebrate every day. Have a wonderful day. And I'll see you tomorrow. And don't forget, I'll see you Friday at 10:30 Pacific Standard Time at our fifth Friday. It's the 5th Friday of March. and we're having a sale. It'll be a de-stash. I have some journals and I have supplies. So I hope you'll join me then. Find something to celebrate every day. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.